Coming up next, a man who's been our house guest once before.
Do you remember? We talked once before.
Our undercover house in Long Beach is busy. 38 men are arrested over 3 days. But 8 months earlier, during our previous investigation in Riverside, California, this man, 26-year-old Michael Siebert, walked into our house.
Get a bathroom.
Back then, Siebert had a sexually explicit online chat with someone who told him she was 13, and he sent a picture of his genitals.
Hey, sir. Would you come on over here for a minute, please?
Siebert certainly had some explaining to do.
And why did you send pictures of yourself like this to her?
Oops.
Oops.
I will never do it again. Promise.
And you say a lot of sexually charged things to her for a 13-year-old girl.
I know what I did wrong. Okay?
Okay.
It will never happen again.
Go ahead, you can leave.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Siebert told the Riverside police he gets treatment for seizures and that the scar on his head was caused by a fall when he was an infant.
Do you work?
Yes.
Later, he pleaded not guilty to a charge of an attempted lewd act on a child and attempting to send harmful matter to a child with intent to seduce. That case is still working its way through the court system. So fast forward 8 months from our house in Riverside to our Long Beach investigation. He's still online, still using the same screen name, and amazingly, still chatting with someone who tells him she's 13. Just like his chat 8 months before, he asks, "Have you ever had sex yet?" and "I need sex." He also talks about group sex, but he's also suspicious and asks, "Are you a cop?" To which she replies, "No, I'm not a cop." Then apparently referring to his meeting with Dateline 8 months earlier, he writes, "I got caught before." Incredibly, he tells the decoy he has to delay the Long Beach liaison for a day because he has to go to court, a court date to face charges arising from our Riverside investigation. But the very next day,
Hey, come here
he is.
Okay, we're not messing around with this guy. You do not let him get within 6 feet of you, 8 feet of you.
Who's all here?
Just me.
Oh.
Promise, my parents are gone.
You know, you look familiar to me.
Oops. Why'd you have
That's
this?
right. Oops, he's done it again.
Michael, right?
Oops, sorry.
Do you remember who I am?
Can I just go?
What are you doing here, Michael?
I'm sorry.
You were just in court on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened in court on Friday?
He said more time.
More time before the next court date.
Yeah. I'm sorry what I did.
Okay. But you got to explain to me why or how you thought it was okay after having a court date stemming from our last visit, and then within 24 hours you show up at this house to meet another young girl. What are you thinking about? Now you know...
I know it.
You know what you said online, right?
Yeah.
How old is this girl?
Don't know.
13. She told you she was 13, Michael.
Yeah, and I told her to go away. She keeps eyeing me back.
You ask if she's got naked pictures of herself. You ask if she performs oral sex, what color her underwear is. Now, Michael, you know this is not right to do this, right? We had this very same conversation in Riverside, California.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And right then, you told me that you knew this was wrong.
I know.
And that you would never, ever do it again. And that turned out to be a lie, didn't it, Michael?
I promise this time, if you rip it up, I'll never come back.
But if he appears to be a sad case, you should know that according to Perverted Justice, Siebert has had sexual chats with at least 3 other decoys who said they were underage girls. And you should also know that there's another side to Siebert's story. He served a year in jail for a dangerous assault. What was the deadly weapon you used in the assault?
Bat.
And who did you go after with the bat? Some guy? Is there anything else you want to tell me, Michael?
I know I did wrong.
You did wrong.
Can I go?
Michael, you can go, but I'm going to remind you that on Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing another story on adults who try to meet kids on the internet for sex.
I know I did wrong.
You can go. You can go right now. You can walk right out that door.
Any cops out there?
That's not up to me, Michael.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not the police. So why don't you go ahead, Michael? It's time to go.
Siebert clearly doesn't want to leave. Having been through this before, he knows the police are waiting outside.
I need a bathroom.
Michael, you're going to have to go outside.
I know, I hear him.
Walk out, get on your knees.
Like the others, Siebert is charged with an attempted lewd act upon a child. He has pleaded not guilty. His lawyer says Siebert has severe mental issues.
Is that a defense in any way in this case?
In my mind, no, it's not a defense. He knows what he did was wrong. He knew enough that when you confronted him, his first words were, oops. You know, he knew enough to promise you that he wasn't going to do this again.
Did you live with your mom?
Yeah. They're gonna kill me.
He admitted to me during our interview that he had been previously convicted of assault.
Yes.
What does that say about the danger he could present to a young teen home alone?
My biggest fear is that he would show up, the young teen would decide not to go through with what they had been talking about in their internet chat. He would become frustrated with that, and his violent nature would come out.
If Siebert is convicted on the Long Beach charge as well as the earlier charge in Riverside, he could be facing up to 7 years in prison.